Hey everybody, this is Sage Valentine, and this is my review of NBC's Believe, Season 1, Episode 6, entitled Sinking. I told you guys I'd do the review, so I'm just going to do it right here, and hopefully it is... Yeah. Completely forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, this episode finally gets us to the nitty-gritty. We finally deal with and understand what happened to Tate and how he ended up in jail. And the reason he ended up in jail is because he involved himself into something that went terribly, terribly wrong and involved some bodies. And Tate had this idea to turn himself in as well as his friend Patty, and Patty wasn't for it. So at first in the episode, we're thinking Patty turned on him, but it turned out a third party turned on him, a man named Jack Callahan. And Jack, for the most part, spent the rest of the episode, or all of the episode, trying to get Tate to leave by, ushering him out of the bar, even though somebody called the cops because they knew that Tate was on the run and they were trying to get that bounty. And then he tried to give him $50,000, and when Tate didn't leave, Tate nearly lost his life on that boat. And how he got off that boat, I don't know. Maybe they jumped, maybe they hid, I don't know. But the boat was going to explode. And Jack had it set up to whereas Patty was supposed to kill Tate, but Patty couldn't do it, shot some other people, somehow shot Jack, and Jack basically died when the boat blew up. So the whole picture we saw in that episode with the dragon must have been Jack, but the fire coming out of his mouth and the boat was that explosion. Okay. Now, we learned all of that. We found out about that. Because of what happened to Tate, and Tate being a fugitive, and people saying that Tate had killed those people, he was on death row, Tate's father became a pariah in their town. So what ended up happening was that once Tate returned, because he escaped from the safe house with Channing and Winter and Bo, and he just left. So when the father saw him, he pulled a gun on him. He didn't want him there. He didn't want anything to do with him. He just wanted him to go. And especially when Bo, Channing, and Winter showed up, he didn't want them there. And the FBI was asking questions. He was talking about he was going to turn them in, the whole 9 yards. But he didn't. And in the end, we ended up learning how both Tate Sr. and Tate Jr., which is William Tate, our Tate, they're going to mend fences with their relationship. They're going to fix things. Now, as far as Roman Skouras goes, Roman Skouras' main concern is that weapon through the military. So if you think that's just a group, that's like the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the military, Marine Corps, Navy, whatever you want to call it. They're looking for a weapon, and that weapon is supposed to be Bo. Unfortunately, they can't get Bo, as you know, because Tate and William and Channing and the crew, they all have her. I wonder what happened to that extra guy on the crew, by the way. But anywho, not the one that was caught by the FBI last week, or the week before last. The other guy, maybe he's still, floating around. But anyway, what ended up happening was that he had this idea to push this guy, Shawn. Now, we were introduced to Shawn because Shawn can put bricks and blocks together in his mind. So what ended up happening with that was that in the end, Skouras was like trying to push him, and Zoe, who's the girl who works with him, she's like, listen, I don't think this is a good idea. We shouldn't be pushing Shawn. Shawn may not take too well to this. And as we watched the episode, we realized Shawn couldn't take this. Shawn couldn't handle it. And in the end, Shawn was tasked with killing Joshua. Joshua was the African-American guy who went up against Bo in that episode at the train station and basically almost lost his life. Because Bo really wasn't trying, to hurt him because she's so young. She doesn't understand, but she damn near took him out. So, this episode, honestly, you ended up learning a whole lot. And my whole thing about this episode, the two things that I would like to hopefully learn by the end is, or actually we're going to learn by the end of this episode, or the end of this season, if NBC decides to keep the show going, which I kind of hope they do because the storyline is getting really good. And if you haven't gotten into the show, definitely get into the show and try it. Try it out. Keep it going. Some people say it's slow in the first episode, but I can tell you firsthand that it's not that slow. it picks up. If you stay with the storyline, it picks up. I never judge a show by the first episode. I give it a chance. If it gets crazy by the third or fourth episode, then I bail. But I can usually give it a chance. Can't judge a book by its cover, in my opinion. So, my thing is, Shawn is pretty dark. And now that he killed Joshua, I'm wondering who else is he going to kill? More importantly, I wonder if at the end of the season, is Tate going to finally, because I didn't mention that as well, Tate finally revealed to Bo, like, listen, no, he didn't reveal that to Bo. He knows it in his heart when he's talking to Bo. And Bo forgives him because he pulled the gun on the guy and had Bo sitting with him at, he pulled the gun on Patty and had Bo sitting in with him while he was talking to Jack to see, you know, if Jack was telling the truth or not. So, basically, Winter finally reveals to him in the end, like, listen, Bo is your daughter. I don't know how you couldn't feel it. I don't know how you're going to know it. Obviously, they had to do it because of storyline, but he couldn't pick it up. So, basically, Bo is his daughter. And now he knows, and eventually Bo will probably know, because I was thinking, I was like, since Bo knows everything, how does she not know that? Then I realized this is her father we're talking about. And I'm wondering also in this season, before I even end this episode, because I think I pretty much touched on every single thing. But before I even get to that, Skouras didn't realize how dark Shawn is, and he keeps trying to push Shawn because Shawn can build blocks in his mind. He's trying to get him to listen. Shawn's pretty strong. He's probably stronger than Joshua was with Joshua's tracking. But Shawn is supposed to, I guess, be the antithesis of Bo, and he's going to be the dark side of Bo as well. So, basically, I'm wondering, when is Nina, Bo's mom, coming, and are they going to cross paths? And will Bo know that that's her mother? It's a nice thought there. But, oh yeah, the FBI, like I said, they did come to Tate's father's house. They tried to get him to, you know, say some stuff, and he was being so sarcastic. He was going around in circles like he really didn't want to say anything. And I thought that was pretty funny. And then they talked to a woman named Meg. Now, they never continued that conversation, but I'm wondering, what did Meg say? And will what Meg said in this episode affect other episodes later? It's just a brain scratcher, brain teaser. But anywho, I'm just waiting for Nina to show up. Now that I got my answer about Tate and his fate, I'm just waiting. So, thank you for listening to my review. I know this will probably be shorter than most reviews because I'm trying to compact them out, because sometimes I just ramble on and on and on. I do apologize. I get so excited over these shows. Anyway, definitely check the links below. Definitely tune in for my reviews of the following: Survivor, Hannibal, Believe, of course, because I'm going to do one tonight. And for the most part, just stay tuned, because I have other surprises that are going to pop out. I'm not going to let you guys know, because I know I told you guys I was going to do Crisis, and I didn't get to do Crisis, so I'm just going to let you know. So definitely subscribe if you like my brand of crazy and all of this fun. If you like the video, definitely thumbs up. Thanks for tuning in. I love all my subscribers. I'd love to meet new subscribers. And if you have anything else to say about this show, definitely comment as you see fit. Okay, guys, have a happy Easter, and this is Sage Valentine, aka Etherblade, signing off. Bye. Bye.